Hey guys, welcome to We Love Metal Interviews. Today, sitting before me, I have the great Jake from successful Swedish band Amaranthe. They're in town tonight here at the Vic Theatre in support of their up-and-coming album, which is scheduled to come out later this month. They're also touring and supporting Within Temptation on this North American tour. So yeah, it's a pleasure to have you today. How are you? How are you doing?
Awesome. You also have Elise, Henrik, Johan, and Olaf around you.
Hello.
All right, nice to meet you guys. So yeah, this isn't your first time, correct? I mean, you guys were here last year, right?
We were here last year and the year before that, but the year before that we only played one show at Prague Power Atlanta.
Okay.
And last year we did our first headlining tour in the States. It was our first tour at all.
Okay.
And now we're back, and we're really happy that Within Temptation ends the show for us.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're too old to be up that late. So we're really happy that they want to close it.
Okay, cool. So how are you guys liking Chicago so far?
From what I saw of it the last year, it's a really nice city. It's almost a little European looking, and I mean that in a good way. But with all the skyscrapers and everything, I think the atmosphere in the town in general is great. But today I haven't really seen anything of it. I've seen like this street, and that's pretty much it. So,
yeah, I'm gonna play some Watchdog later to check it out a little bit more.
Oh yeah, it's a nice area. Check it out. So I remember when you guys were here last year, my family actually had a plan on going on vacation at that same time, so I was like debating whether or not to see you guys or go on vacation and see my family I hadn't seen in 9 years, so of course I did what
the show.
I wish, but I did what my heart told me. Yeah, so
So you don't love us?
not as much as my family.
You know your way out.
You're alright, so your new album, Massive Addictive, is your next album. Definitely one of the albums I've been looking forward to this year out of all the metal releases. So now that the releases are around the corner, let's talk a bit about it. So from what I read, Massive Addictive is supposed to be catchy and of course addictive. What can we also expect from the album? Are there any surprises?
Yeah, it's white.
And golden.
round, right?
It's round.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like an vinyl but smaller and plastic
And shiny.
and shiny.
All right.
If you turn it upside down, it's shining, really shiny.
You can use it as a mirror.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking cool.
It's fucking cool.
No, but there's a lot of stuff you can expect from it. For a moment of curiosity, no, it's definitely a different album from what we done before. I think the Nexus was a little bit more similar to our first record, and because we got a sound on the first album that we really appreciated it, and we wanted to do something, another album within those boundaries, but take it to 11 with that. But this time we want to start anew, start afresh a little bit. So there's some different perspectives on the songwriting, some different arrangements with the vocalists, new guitar tunings, new keyboard sounds, new stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot you can expect from it.
It's a lot more airy.
Okay.
That's a rougher, I would like to say.
Hairier and rougher.
Yeah, roughy hairy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's heavier and poppier at the same time.
Alright, awesome. So I know the ballads you guys put on your previous two albums, like Amaranthe and Burn With Me. I really love those tracks. Is there any chance we'll be hearing something similar on Massive Addictive?
Yeah, absolutely. We have like one ballad and one semi-ballad, more or less, if you can call it that.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, it's sort of in the vein of those songs, but it kind of shakes things around a little bit.
Alright, cool. Alrighty. So with your two albums, I know, in my opinion, they both had their own distinct sound. So I'm wondering why you guys decided to make this album catchy. What was the intention on this album?
The intention of making something catchy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I answer?
Because we like catchy music. All our songs is catchy in a way or another.
Okay.
And I think that that is in our blood. We inherited that from ABBA and all other bands from Sweden. That's more or less Sweden's trademark when it comes to music. Me myself, my personal opinion is that I don't listen to music that I can't get a hook from. That I don't I listen to music that I can remember after I've heard it. I can start humming on the chorus or something like that.
All right, cool.
Maybe Olaf had a better answer. I don't know.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So after hearing Drop Dead Cynical and you guys yesterday released Trinity, so that definitely proves that your album is going to be really catchy. So yeah, in case you guys at home didn't know, yeah, definitely check out these tracks. So with your albums, with the tasks of composing and doing lyrics, has that been constant, or has everyone been kind of trading off on different parts of the album?
Yeah, this album Morden wrote more or less everything.
Except for the drums.
Except for the drums.
That was my job this morning.
Yeah, we turned everything around, so you know. Yeah, Morden's son actually played the drums. He's like, oh, what is it?
5.
It's almost 5.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sorry for our Gothenburg humor.
No, it's
Okay, let's try to answer this seriously also.
no, it's cool.
What we do basically, it's me, Elise, and Jake writing all the songs. So sometimes the structure is a little bit, you know, like maybe I sit down, come up with just a chord progression or an intro riff or something like that, or maybe Elise has vocal lines, or you know, Jake a piece of lyrics or a song title or whatever. Usually it's kind of organic, and we kind of, you know, try to not force it too much and kind of let it grow naturally.
Okay.
But usually it's a cooperation between the three of us.
All right, cool.
And then, of course, when we comes into the studio, Morden puts his way of drumming on all of it, and
Not really.
yeah. Now his son, I mean, and Johan and Henrik, of course, as well. So.
All right, cool. So could you guys, would you be able to describe like the general process of creating a new album?
Yeah, we called Max Martin, and 3 weeks later, we have all the songs.
Oh, okay.
What do you say, Elise?
Simple, straight to the point.
Process of creating a new album.
Well, we started to come up with the new ideas right after we finished the Nexus album. And Olaf found he updated the keyboards actually, since he's playing the piano, and I think that in general brought us a lot of new ideas, and I thought that it was important to make our sound like clear but still updated, and you know, the parts are, as you said before, right, stronger, and it's like pop, it's like catchy, and it has all these parts. And when we created, I just think that we also got inspired from what we know the audience like. For example, by fact, apparently they liked electro hard very much, and so we got inspired to keep on writing songs within the same kind of atmosphere. I don't know. Yeah, the same kind of attitude.
Yeah.
So we picked up small things here and there during the years, which we thought we want to make real on this album.
Exactly.
Alright, cool. So is Massive Addictive a concept album? And if so, can you tell us a bit about that?
No, not really. It's the first 2 albums were concept albums in that way that the lyrics were, you know, pieced together in a way. It's, you know, like it's not chronological or anything, but there's a story to it, and the Nexus album continued where the Amaranth album ended, and on this album, the Massive Addictive, the lyrics are more about individual. Each song is about something specific.
Okay, cool. So this being your 3rd album on Spine Farm Records, what do you and the band think about being on that label?
They're the best.
It's a great label. I think they've done some really good work so far, and we actually signed a new deal with them now.
Nice.
So we are obviously, you know, very happy. I think we got really lucky in terms of what we could do, budgetary speaking, like with videos and the album recordings and everything. So they really made it possible to really achieve our goals creatively.
Absolutely, and also the help from Universal offices around the world, where Spine Farm does not have their offices, but on Universal instead, and they're also doing a really great job. So, feeling really lucky to work with them actually.
Alright, that's awesome. So since you guys are currently in support of this album, was there any touring previous to this tour? And if so, and what are your tour plans after North America?
Like this band tours, like I don't know how many travel days we have a year, between 150 and 200, and we actually ended the Nexus tour in Norway a week and a half before we started the Massive Addictive tour here in San Francisco. So
This is the first tour for the
so this is the first tour for the Massive Addictive, and we start now, to do the warm up for Within Temptation. We do that for 2.5 weeks. Then we fly to Japan as the album is released in Japan. Then fly to Mexico, and then go back to the States when the album is released here on the 22nd.
Oh, nice.
So then we continue to do another week and a half here in the States.
All right, cool. Is there anyone you guys would like to tour with in the future, possibly?
Yeah, Iron Maiden have put their interest in us to actually open up for us in the near future.
That's awesome.
That's a joke.
That's a joke.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bands we would like to look to with.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
But now, like when we got up to this level, we do our own tours, and touring with another band more or less always costs money, and that is not very efficient. So we usually do our own tours because there's no reason for supporting other bands anymore. But it would be kind of cool to tour with like one of the giants, like Metallica or Iron Maiden or stuff like that.
There is a lot of lifelong dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, but he's dead now.
What?
Yeah.
We landed on the
We
moon.
we had him in the back of the bus.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. His long hair and growls.
So that's the smell.
Sorry about that.
Is there anyone you'd like to collaborate with on your future albums?
Yeah, Michael Jackson, but unfortunately he's dead.
Oh, that'll be a challenge.
But Elise actually did a really cool thing on the one of the new songs in the album. She has a really Michael Jackson part on. I don't remember the name of the song. Danger Zone. Yeah.
I think something that would be really, really cool is to do a collaboration between us and somebody who's like from outside of the whole metal community, like some kind of
Obama
or producer.
Obama would be really cool to work with.
No, he's in the metal community. Just doesn't know it himself.
All right, so do you guys pretty much rely on the music industry to make a living, or do you guys have other things you do to support yourselves?
It's pretty hard to have a day job when you're touring more or less 200 days a year, but
some of us do the occasional day job here and there, but it's not even part-time. So.
All right. So what is it about your music and your shows that you think attracts people to come out and see you?
What do you think, Joel?
I think that people they like the vibe that we are actually a very lively band on stage, and also we have something that we like to refer to as the AMA syndrome, the Amaranthe syndrome.
Oh, nice.
And the first couple of songs, 2 or 3 songs, people who don't know us, they stand and wonder, what the fuck is this? And they really, then after 2 or 3 songs, you can see the heads start to move, bobbing, and at the end of the show, they're really into it. So I think we're a very good live band in that sense that we win the crowd and we invite the crowd and we do not play to the crowd, we play with the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. We always want to invite the crowd to the party and always try to be, make the show a happy thing for everyone so that everyone, feel enjoyment when they leave the show.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know for me it's the powerful lyrics and the unique blend of instruments that attracted me to Amaranthe, so thank you for those powerful aspects.
Sure.
So do you guys have any plans for an upcoming DVD release?
It's pretty hard to say because that is not something that you plan now, but of course we're gonna do it some way, in the future. Maybe not on DVD, maybe it's some other format then, but some kind of live material, filmed, absolutely. But just releasing 2 albums, there's not really enough songs for that. So we have to to first tour on this album, and then maybe next summer or something when we have a lot of enough songs to actually do 2-hour set. You cannot release a DVD with 45 minutes of material. That would be fucking crazy. But absolutely we will do that in the future.
But right now it's just about the record.
Okay. Alright, cool. So on the topic of video, I know your music videos are awesome because you pretty much see all these bands play in front of a camera. slap all the footage together and call that a music video. But Amarant's videos are more like a movie. You know, the scenes stand out, the visuals are awesome, just everything is superb. So what pretty much inspires you for you guys to go above and beyond with your music videos?
It's usually when we sat down to do like before we ever even did the first video, we sat down and said that this shit that bands are doing, as you said, you know, standing playing in front of a white wall and, you know, just promoting the song fucking sucks. So what we wanted to do was that we wanted to do like this Hollywood movie action thing on the first two albums, but we wanted to make the videos like a trailer for these Hollywood movies, you know, like cutting wise and, you know, explosions and you know, cool stuff happening all the time. So what we usually do is to you know, just write down cool things on a piece of paper, and you know, then we add it to the music video, and then something good comes out of it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I know when I saw the video for Hunger, I was like, is this a movie trailer? And then, you know, I see explosions and fire, and I thought, wow, this is the best video I've ever seen.
Exactly, and expensive as hell.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, so let's take this a little different and ask a couple more personal questions. So do you or anyone in the band do anything interesting outside of Amaranthe, like any hobbies or anything like that?
Just like Jake said, it's hard to have time for, you know, almost anything else, but you know, to keep your sanity, you got to do something else than, you know, just tour and play music. And we have a few different interests. Like I love to cook and I love to read like historical literature.
Yeah,
he doesn't like to do a lot of things.
No, I actually try to have some free time to, you know, like play some hockey back home just for fun. But usually I just end up hanging with my family. I just got a kid and stuff like that, so that takes more or less all the time.
I go to look at hockey games because my boyfriend is a professional hockey player, so I've been very involved in sports when I have the time. I love to dance when I get the chance, but it's very hard because you usually have to sign up for like a period of time, and I would probably just be able to pay for the whole season, but only be there like once or twice. So that sucks. Exclusive.
What I think everyone is trying to do is also try to get some exercise.
Yeah.
Especially on tour, but it's so hard. Like me and Morten is going to go for a run just after this interview. So.
Yeah, to keep the physics is very important.
Yeah. Clear the head also.
Clear the head. Okay.
Healthy body, sick mind.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, so I'm always curious what bands like to do outside of their music lives. So, who are your favorite artists that you like to listen to, like on the road or just whenever you get the chance to?
Very different. It depends.
Yeah.
I think
on your
if
mood, yeah.
you're talking mutual, a mutual band everyone loves to listen to, I would say Swedish band Soilwork.
Oh, that's
Or Raised. What that? Sorry. Don't know. Okay.
Yeah, we have different tastes in music, definitely, and I think that's what makes our music special as well, since we have so much interest. Sorry, I can just mention two that I like a lot is Lana Del Rey and Florence and the Machine. That is not very metal, but it inspires me and what I do with music. And I guess in the metal genre, they have other favorites which they can mention.
Well, Soilwork is a mutual boundary for us, and me personally, I listen to more rock styles, so Foo Fighters and Pearl Jam is my cup of tea.
Have you ever seen those bands live?
What?
Have you ever seen your favorite bands live?
I've seen Foo Fighters, but unfortunately I haven't seen Pearl Jam.
I have only Googled on like live shows. I haven't been able to go there.
Okay, so pretty much being in the business for a while, how do your families feel about being in the metal band and traveling all over the world?
It's always a little bit hard, but I think that we have in general, very supportive families also, because they know that, you know, not only is this our dream and something that we love to do, it's also, you know, for the most part, it's also our profession. And I mean, at the end of the day, you got to go to work, you know, and bring home the cash, pretty much. So usually they are very understanding, but sometimes it is difficult.
Okay. So is there anyone you guys look up to for inspiration? in terms of
musically.
yeah, like to make music.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of idols and a lot of influences and stuff like that. I mean, it can be anyone. I mean, for me personally, it can be anyone from Mozart to Michael Jackson, pretty much. So, and everything in between. But I mean, it's really hard to pick out, especially in terms of inspiring the music of the band. It's very hard to point at a specific artist and go like, that artist inspired me, because we're pretty much inspired from everything that I've ever heard on the radio or at a live show or at a festival that made some form of impact on me, emotionally and musically. So yeah, it's a big mishmash.
I would like to add to that, being a non-composer in the band, as far as I see it, from an outside perspective, from the people who composes the music, I would like to say that the audience is actually a big influence.
Yeah, just like we said before. Yeah.
See what they like.
Alright.
Yeah, and you can see what kind of works live, and that also feeds your inspiration. Also, the enthusiasm of the crowd really rubs off on you, and you kind of take that with you when you're composing, when you're writing songs.
Whenever I hear the ideas for the songs, I always imagine myself playing the songs live and imagine how would the audience react to this.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, well, that all sounds great. Well, best of luck in all your future endeavors. Well, now that we're pretty much closing down this interview, and we have a question we like to ask pretty much all the bands on We Love Metal, and that is, do you have any advice for bands who are trying to make it and become noticed in this industry?
Yeah, absolutely. Never give up.
Yeah.
That's the like. What do you say? What often happen with bands that don't make it is that they quit too fast.
Yeah.
They get out of it. After doing it for 7 years, and they're like, no, I will skip this now. And maybe what will work is to just do it one more year. You never know, but never give up, because we never gave up, and like all of us did this for 15 years before we made it with Amaranth in tons of other bands. So
Playing for no money at all. Like, here's a cup of coffee, go up on stage.
follow your dream until you're dead.
And have fun.
And exactly.
And also have to add that the whole, it sounds kind of boring, but the whole aspect of knowing the music business is also extremely important these days.
Build a network.
Yeah, exactly. Especially nowadays, when you don't have the labels doing everything for you, which was the case when they had hundreds of employees in the 80s and also in the 90s. But then along came the whole illegal downloading situation. So if you don't know the business yourself, then you're gonna end up in with a problem pretty much. So kids, learn the business.
Exactly.
All right, cool. Inspiring words. So when can we expect you guys to swing by the States again after today?
Yeah, in Dallas the 25th.
Okay.
So we'll be gone from the 10th till the 25th, and then we'll continue to do it again.
All right, awesome.
So,
all right.
we more or less live here now.
All right. So are there pretty much any last words you guys want to give out to your fans?
Last words.
Last words. Was nice meeting you. Now I'm dead.
No, but it's great to be back in Chicago. Last time was phenomenal. The name of the venue eludes me at the moment, but we're really looking forward to
I
playing.
remember that it was insanely sweaty last night.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes. It's a little bit less hot today.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, it was an honorable pleasure to meet you guys and talk to all of you. So We Love Metal thanks you for your time, and I thank you for your time. So as my final message, I would like to say that Amaranth continues to give the metal community amazing talent and intimate lyrics that can be considered inspiring and serve as a ray of hope for anyone who needs to reach out. I know I've immersed myself in that Amaranth universe, and whenever I need a little pick-me-up or some hope, I tune on some Amaranth, and I pretty much get through life. So
thank you very much.
yeah,
That's really cool to hear. Yeah,
That's really
that's
cool to
actually
hear.
One of those things that we're trying to inspire in people is like feeling of energy and positivism, and
Have fun.
have fun.
of course. So all right, thanks guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.